that's good. You know what I'm saying? Korra is the worst Avatar to ever step foot in the entire Avatar universe. She's buns. She's the worst Avatar to ever step foot, to ever be a part of the entire Avatar The Last Airbender franchise. Let me push y'all on game. So boom, right? The first one. She never mastered a single element. She in the entire show, she has never mastered a single element. And you might be saying, well, she's the jack of all trades. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's not better. That's not better. And bro mastered like air. Bro mastered air. Quite literally mastered fire too. He was legit training with the dragons. He basically mastered it, bro. Like you can't tell me. Let me kill this argument first. Korra is not better than Aang. Even before the new news about this new series, she was not better than Aang. It's not a competition. It wasn't a competition. And even if you want to make the argument that she was better base form than Aang, the minute we go Avatar State for Avatar State, it gets wicked. It gets undoubtedly, undisputably, uncomfortably wicked. But when it comes to her master none, she her fighting styles like at least with Aang, you saw how he was flowing. You feel what I'm saying? He was flowing. You feel what I'm saying? Her style is quite literally just boxing and kicks. She legit just throws punches and throws kicks, and then just a random element may fly across. Like she'll be like, and then you might get water, fire with a little bit of earth. Like it's not good. Like her fighting style is not good. We saw her go toe to toe, even if she was straight out of a coma. She even if she's straight out of a coma, she's quite literally the Avatar, and she got picked apart bad by Kuvira. Quietly in front of the whole army, in front of everybody, she pulled up on them and got stomped bad. Aang would never do this. Aang would never do this. She's butt. She's buns. Even in all her fights, like we can even delve into creativity when it comes to actual bending. Like when it comes to like bending the elements, like there's a certain level of creativity when it comes to it. Like fireman is like Iroh, fire came out of his mouth. Like people would be making tornado, many little swoop tornado vortexes with air. People would get creative with like water, and yeah, she used like the water arms once, got stopped real quick. Like she's not even creative with how she even bends. Like the elements, she's not even creative with how she handles like the elements, how she uses her abilities, and like she's buns. Like how could you be a whole avatar and like not have base level skill when it comes to actually using like air, water, earth, fire bending skills in battle? Like this is like come on, man. Number two, yes, basically that's basically yeah. Like she don't use no elemental armor. She don't use no elemental armor. She's a bagless avatar. Korra has the worst bag in Avatar history. She has no bag. She became she had. I'll give her this. She did have that big form. She fused with Robin and like became one big Avatar. Is that crazy now? I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But like, does that contribute to the bag? Like that was a once in a generational moment. I'll give this that. Like that was like the one and only time that was ever gonna happen, and it's not replicable. So is that really in her bag? That's not. Just because like imagine Shaq pulled a tween hezzy pulse three and made it. Yeah, that's a great move. He can't that move is not replicable for him. Therefore, that's not in his bag. Korra, we look at how she fights. Her absolute lack of creativity when she uses her powers. It's not good. It's all buns. Like everybody around her has such a crazy bag that we overlook hers. She has no bag. She lacks a bag and effectiveness. The only reason you make a good argument for not having a bag is if you bring up effectiveness. LeBron, he's not the most bag heavy player. You can even argue that he has a lack of a bag, but he's so incredibly effective that it doesn't even matter. Korra lacks effectiveness and she lacks a bag. She's booty. She's booty. We look at her one-on-one fights. The only time I can think is that she used the waterfall behind, what was his name? Amon or his brother or somebody, and like finessed off that. But like, other than that, we look at her one-on-one fights. She was getting packed up by a cheap blocker dude. He said he was hitting her with 12-piece combos. Took her bending out. Got her limp. Got her arm limp. Took her leg out. She's on the ground. That's just insane work. Number three. Number three. She's the avatar with the most wasted potential in Avatar history. Let's think about it real quick after I do something. Like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Korra has mastered, she well not mastered, but when she was 6 years old, she has had an advanced understanding of earth, fire, and water. At 6 years old, time skip to 16, she barely improved. Time skip to when she learned air. By the time you're six, Aang mastered air at the age of 12. She has no excuse. She didn't really. Aang has mastered air at the age of 12. So you can't even give her the excuse of, well, I mean, jack of all trades, master of none. She should have mastered water, earth, and fire by the age of, what, 13. And think about it, she's at the age of 6, and then constantly, since then, constantly trained by the best masters of the world during that time. And she ain't mastered none of them? She don't got no bag in none of them? She ain't like tough in none of them? What are we doing? Her fights, she was getting packed up by pro benders. Yeah, pro bending isn't even. I'm gonna talk about that later. But pro bending isn't even that good of a like fight style because of its rules. But like, there's no way that like you've been constantly training for 3 years at these three bang styles, and you're getting packed up by. There's no way you're getting. If you're a master at, if you're good at jujitsu, boxing, and MMA, there's no way a boxer is just going jab, right, hook, and it's just like cooking you every time, bro. Like them pro benders were doing her bad, and she's probably been training longer than them. Even if the rules that are in place, even if the rules that they had were in place, they were packing her up early in the beginning. Even her with getting good at them. Like pro bending does not translate to real combat. Like her overall like lack of creativity, lack of a back. She's just butt. I mean, he said she's just butt. I'm not even hating. This is an objectively true fact. Look at her record. Look at what she's. Hold on. Is that here? Jesus, butt. Like she spent all her VC on air and metal bending. That was it. She spent all her VC throughout all 4 seasons of the show on air bending, metal bending, and Asami. What are we doing? Speaking of, she cooked the entire bending world. She cooked the entire like Avatar world because she wanted to get. I'm gonna watch my words. You feel what I'm saying? As a one who abides in Christ, I need to calm and not have Such a foolish tongue. But like she cooked the entire universe, put it in a whole apocalypse just to get with Asami? Are we serious? I mean, she bad, but golly, what what are we doing, bro? Like what are we doing? Like we gotta think to ourselves like there's no way we're letting this slide. There's no way. No, like even if she is an avatar, bro, dude, come on, bro, come on, bro. Like this is just insane work. She's butt, she's booty. Recognize this. This is just this is bad work. Like, what's the new avatar? Avatar Pavi. She's gonna be the greatest avatar of all time when all of this is said and done. I'm curious as to see how they do it. I hope they add like more bending styles and like more sub bendings, like maybe not more of them, but just highlight more of them, like more of their use. Like like I want sand tribes. Like if this is apocalyptic, like let there be like sand bandits or something. Just that's just like you know what I'm saying, like a sand bandit tribe that's just in the desert dunes, just like robbing people. Like like I know that's like kind of predictable, but that would be dope. Just like highlighting more of these bending styles. Just like you know what I'm saying. Like did I write this down? Yes, I did. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. So Avatar probably she's gonna be one of the most generational run we've ever seen. By the time her series is over, where they give her 2, 3, or 4 seasons, she's gonna be I'm calling it like she's gonna be top two, and she's not two. She's gonna be the greatest avatar of all time, like undisputably we ever seen. But when it comes to the new show, like not only do I want them to highlight more sub bendings, but like what did I say? I want more the previous avatars to be highlighted. Like just like how in the Legend of Korra, they showed like the first Avatar and like how that was how what he had going on. I want them to highlight more avatars. Like, I mean, even in Aang Aang's timeline, like they had a whole little segment to where like he talked to like most of the avatars. He talked to Kyoshi, Yang Chen, that sorry water tribe dude. Roku, like he talked to all of them. And they gave him like their own little backstory. Like, yo, this is what I did. This is what I learned from it. This is what you should learn from it. This is what you gotta do. Like, it don't even need to be that. But like how they highlight the first Avatar Juan story. Like, I want to highlight like especially the second and third. Like, imagine the second Avatar. Like, I wonder what they had to go through, and like how it was the first time that reincarnation happened. Where it's like that second Avatar is like, yo, what's going on? I'm some type of four elemental master. I thought that was a legend. Like they'll probably like if this is the Warring State period, he probably thinking that the four element bending person was like a legend or something. And then now it's like, oh snap, he's coming. It's a me and him share the same spirit. Yeah, like I'm his he's my past life. I can now talk to him. He's giving me the rundown, like, yeah, like, yo, this is what it means to be an avatar. Da 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 da. Now it's like, yo, what is it like now? Like, you feel what I'm saying? And like, I wonder if the second avatar is gonna be the one that establishes peace, like, really makes a name for themselves. Like, yes, an avatar, the concept of an avatar does exist. This is what they do, and like, you know what I'm saying? Just like actually bring balance to the spiritual and earthly realm. And then and then after that, whether they succeed or not, the third avatar rolls around. Everybody's just like, okay, we're getting the gist now. You feel what I'm saying? We're getting an understanding. Yeah, this is what that avatar is, and they come occasionally. And then that's when the cycle start. You know what I'm saying? People actually starting to understand it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that'll be dope to see. And then, oh yeah, I want to see even crazier bending feats. Like, think about it. We're in the apocalyptic time period. These people are now like built and bred for war at this point. If this is to a point where this is an apocalyptic event, I'm assuming this is happening over a long period of time. And because of this long period of time, it's causing people to like lock in. Like it's causing people to just like, all right, to adapt to the times, we got to get stronger, faster, and quicker. And like I'm trying to see like I remember seeing on TikTok like waterbending, waterbending potential, earthquake, earthquake potential. Like I'm trying to see people legit cause earthquakes. I'm trying to see tsunamis. I'm trying to see volcanoes going crazy. I'm trying to see crazier feats. You feel what I'm saying? People going above and beyond. Shoot, maybe even a new sub bending or two. Just like people adapting to this now dangerous and violent environment with the spirits and just like creating new bending or getting more creative with these new bending styles and like ideas and just having even crazier feats because the time period calls for them. You feel what I'm saying? And what else? Boom. When it comes to humans, I want them to start using technology. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily mean like Baruto's use of technology, where it's like ninja tools. But like, think about it. If like, hold on, what did I say? Boom. So like, spirit, like bending in a sense could be seen in the Avatar world as spiritual. Like a part, like there are some aspects to it that's like spiritual, and like really bending comes from spirits or like what is it called? Like kind, it's kind of a spiritual thing, kind of. So like I could see movements that are like so anti spirits, like so anti because in the Avatar world, in this new series, it's basically humans versus the spirits, and the Avatar is seen as the person who caused all the conflict. So like I could see people just being like, you know what, we're turn like having such a hatred or like for spirits that they're just like, you know what, we're gonna be more reliant on technology. We're gonna be. I want to be surprised for mech suits or like fruit freaking Iron Man type stuff going on. Like it don't gotta be necessarily that, but like a showcasing of technology being present in the bending in the Avatar bending power set universe. You feel what I'm saying? Because it'd be like a science versus tech, like a science versus spirituality. How you doing? Not the coons are gone. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about like science versus spirituality. Like basically just kind of have that kind of a core theme going on with the show. You feel what I'm saying? Like it don't have to be the a main theme, but maybe just like one of those parallels like we just have for like you know what I'm saying. But like you feel me? Next, learn about more about Aang's life. We gotta know about what bro was doing since I know they dropped the comics, but like it's like about the founding of Republic City and like beyond, because like the bloodbending dude was not the only problem they had going on. I'm gonna keep this that. Like that can't be the only problem they had going on. So like maybe it don't gotta be too much. Cause like let's say just in case they drop a show about Aang's adult life. Like just in case they do. Like give us enough to where we be satisfied. We be like, oh yay, Aang, you feel what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's highlight more of what he had going on, you feel me? Cause we already know what they about to do with Korra. We already know how they finna highlight what Korra got going on. But like, you feel what I'm saying? Like just I talk a little more about Aang's life, you feel me? And then no guns. Please, for the love of God. Yes, technology, but God forbid. Please, for the love of God. Like imagine like they bend it like and some dude's losing, he's like, oh heck no. Flap, flap, flap. It just airs out the whole temple. He airs out the whole temple. At that point, why we have the show? There's no point. Just get a gun. What are we doing? But yeah, like final thing, energy bending needs a faction. Whether they're villains who kind of side with the spirits or like a neutral party who's just like down with humans and the spirits and they just cool with it, like make them like a whole faction and like when it comes to fighting and stuff. That'd be dope to see how they would even like use them as like if them being their own faction, how they will operate. Like that's not like that's interesting. I feel like they could cope with that, especially since the Avatar: The Last Airbender, their writers have been cooking straight heat for the last like almost 20 years. Like they could do something with a energy bending faction. Like they don't need to be a prevalent enemy or like a prevalent neutral party if they don't. They could do whatever they want. Like you said, but like just have them as a faction, and then since they're a faction, we like the main avatar Pavi could learn from them. Like she legit get a like you know how Aang at the like like even Korra, everybody got a little something from energy bending. Aang got the ability to take bending out of people, like legit take the bending out of them. Korra, she got the energy bending ability to like become the big avatar and like fuse with Robbie like in a way to where she could be like the big, you know what I'm saying, like giant avatar. Like I feel like instead of just giving Poppy like a little like kind of what they got like a kind of a cool little one off that's like dope for the plot, like maybe like have her gain actual skills with from energy bending and stuff. Like that'd be dope. But yeah, Cora's trash. She cooked everybody. Um, Pavi's gonna be the goat. She is 10 years old, crippled. Well, not crippled. She got no leg. Is in an apocalypse. She's I'm already calling the parlay. She will be the greatest Avatar we've ever seen in the history of Avatar. It's not even close. But like, yeah, you feel me? Korra's boo boo, Pavi's dope. I can't wait to see what they do with the series.